Be the rock star of your life. Every life, your life, my life, this life, all the lives within us, because this life and all the lives is just the reflection of the greater life, all the lives way out there, way out there, way out there, that life, that giant living being right there. It's a play. It's a rock star. It's a rock star ready to perform. And this life, this living being, this giant entity of God that we are in, that's right, I said it without even holding back. How are you going to perceive it? How is it going to be perceived by you? How can the words explain it? How can the words explain exactly what it is that I mean? I'll tell you what I mean. I mean everything. All of it. All of it. Everything deep inside of you has an urge to expand. This right here, this is a Navicula paratexta 3030X. And it's expanding. It's expanding, and it has all these urges, all these desires, all these dreams. And you know what? And it's the perfect set. All of this right here, this place right here, this is the set. Look at that. This is the set. Ready, set. Ready, set. Ready, set, go. Ready, set, go. That was something I said a lot whenever I was little, and I didn't even know, but I'm going to spin to my hand and no. Let's do this. Let's do this right here. There. I spit right there. I am putting myself into this. I am putting myself into this just for you. I don't want it to drip too much. But what was even the goal? What was even the goal here? I was gonna get this red. See, we have all these goals. We have all these goals. Are we going to actually, do them? And where do they come from? They come from the astrals. They come from another dimension. They come from another world. They really do. That's what they're coming from, and they are here for you. You are only here for them. You are only here for these ideas, for these entities. I'm telling you. That's why you exist. I'm telling you, that is why you exist. Wow. Why is it that you exist? There's been so many explanations throughout all of history. Everybody seems to know exactly. This is wild. Everybody seems to know exactly why you're existing. Why you're doing what you're doing. Why you're here. Why you've incarnated into this realm. Everybody seems to know. But do you know that you already know? And that's why everybody knows? That's why everybody has this sort of explanation? Everybody has this sort of explanation because they know. But do they know that what they know is separate from you and what you know? I'll give you a show I'll show you that you know just as much as they know. You know why? Do you know why? Do you know why you know this much? Because they are you. Boom. Boom diggity. That's why. You've experienced so many lifetimes, so many existences of knowing, of knowledge. So you don't even have to study, because you've been studying so much. All of this out there, those leaves are eternally studying. Eternally. And now it knows, now it has knowledge. But guess what? You know? Guess what? I just got a download of something that I do of extra knowledge. And that extra knowledge is the knowledge of something they usually say. And anything they usually say is true in some certain way. But what are you going to find out? What are you going to find out for yourself? The studying, just because you've been learning for so long, doesn't mean it's time to stop. You can't help but learning. And you can't help... Oh, wow. There's a blue right here. This blue is about the same color as this Navicula praetexta 3030X. But yeah, this blue, it's just the same color. And it's symbolic. It's super symbolic. Everything is so super symbolic, and I want to share it with you. I want to share with you the symbols. And I hope that you do the same for me. Because we are teaching each other. We are helping each other grow. We are helping each other grow. Day by day. Lifetime by lifetime. Wow. Would you look at that? Would you look at that infinite world, this nature, this human nature that is just expanding right here? And you don't gotta feel, you don't have to feel any certain way about it. You can just feel exactly how you feel about it. Because that's real about it. Yeah, sure. But there doesn't even have to be a medium. There doesn't even have to be a format, a tool. But there is. There is. And they're here. You created them. You created all these tools, all these formats. You created all these elements in order to consume them. And don't hold back. Don't resist. Exist in it. Don't resist existing. There's heat. There's heat dripping from my pores and my skin. You see, the heat, the sweat is the manifestation of heat from the vibrations of the sun's interaction with my body, and the interactions of these fabrics and my skin and my body and all of the elements that come into play to have you here right now today, to have you say and express what it is that you need to play. Anyway, there's a lot that goes into it. That's pretty much what it is that there is a lot. There is infinity. There is infinity that goes into you. What are you going to do with this opportunity? What are you going to do with this opportunity of infinite expansion, infinite growth, of infinite imagination? Are you just going to let it happen? Are you just going to let it happen in here? Or are you going to let it out? And it's all over the place. This can't just be me, right? This can't just be me that's all over the place. You must be that way too. You must be all over the place. Because every time I look up at the clouds, every time I look in a certain direction, it's just another dimension that I'm being pulled into. And it's like this with ideas, projects, dreams, aspirations. It's everywhere, man. It's everywhere. And I get pulled into it, sucked into a vortex, and if you just let it suck you in, you will go there and you will experience, but there, if you're right here, you will get sucked into over here. Because right here is like a ladder to over here. It's like a trail. It's like a trail. And whichever trail you go on leads you to the next trail. But don't resist. Exist. Whoa. And that will just, and then everything will just manifest and happen. See, this dries up. I'm new to painting. I mean, I draw very much, obviously. But I may have to find like a new method here, because this stuff, where does that complaint come from? See, when you're thinking in your head, often you have these complaints, you have these desires, you have these issues, and you just go with them, and you're like, yeah, that's how it is. And you have these dreams, you have these desires, you have these aspirations, you have these realms and realities that you're trying to travel to. You have these intentions, you have these focused intentions. But if you just let it out and go with it. See, okay, I'm about to manifest yeah, that's what it is. It will just manifest. It will just happen. If you just, this path will lead to this path, which will then lead to the destination. But there is no destination, because the destination leads to the next path. So just be yourself. Be yourself. And live in the flow. All these people everywhere, there's a conspiracy. And this, of course, is also imagination. The conspiracy is imagination. But there's a conspiracy of trying to get you out of the flow. But at the same time, I don't think that there. I think conspiracies. I don't think there's any. I don't think there's any conspiracy. I think that this is what we're just trying to do, and we're all trying to work together and try to help each other get to that flow state. But we have these paths that we've taken, that we've gone on, that have brought us into a place of fear, and a place of disruption and disgrace. But, that's just part of it. And that's okay. And that's okay. Because once we realize that it's all fantasy, that it's all in our hands, that it's all in our imagination, do we really have control over our imagination? Or are we just carriers for the imagination? Oh yeah, hey. I was just brought back on that other path. And that other path said, what was it that I was talking about? Now you're led away from that path. Isn't this freaky? What is this here? What is this path? Oh yeah, the path of how people have done this over and over and over. And so you're not stupid. But there's always more knowledge to gain. But if you just let it out and go with it, it will be the same. And you will find fame. And you don't gotta look around and think that your dreams and your aspirations are lame. Because why would you be having them? Why would they be attracted to you? Why would they be coming into your sphere of existence if it wasn't for a purpose? Now back to that resistance. Why is that resistance there? Why is every fiber and every being, why does it try to resist? Like because it's happening, like I said, it's happening at all levels. And so it seems to be nature resisting itself. Because we can say, oh, don't just resist, but wouldn't that be resisting? That would be resisting. So, where does that take you? Where does that bring you? Where do you go? Where do you go with that? Oh, there's a big glob. Where will this glob go? Go. I'm seeing a being here. Yeah, so we don't really know why resistance happens. I guess it's probably because we don't want to let just any spiritual entities, because okay, yeah, here it is. See, thought about it and expand on it. And now I think I'm gonna go walk around. No. I'm gonna go back over here. But we don't want. Ugh. This is just. Ugh. What the. Ugh. But yeah, we don't want any. We don't want just any spiritual entities playing around in the physical realm, or else it's absolute chaos. For me, personally, I'll tell you personally what I think. I mean, just for me and my path, it's that any entities that want to exist here through me, I feel like be let out because, you know, no matter the chaos, it's beautiful chaos. Chaos is beautiful. Chaos is beautiful, and flow, and that's flow. The elements, and the metaphysical bubbles are just popping through me, and that's all right. I'm gonna let it happen. I'm gonna let it happen. I'm gonna let it happen. But so that's why there's a resistance. I really just figured out and really just explained to you why resistance is in existence. Resistance is in existence because, as like a checklist saying, see, here's what you need. You need a palette of colors so you can really be prepared. You can build your set so you can perform. So you can transform. But yeah, so resistance is here because it's like a filter to say, like, do I really want to have that emotion? Do I really want to have this world happen? Do I really want to take that path? Do I really want to make that exist? Oh, the air conditioner came back on. The air conditioner, I have something to say about the air conditioner. The air conditioner is hyping me up. I mean, it's not, I can't feel it or anything, but the sound of it being on is just hyping me. Hyping me, hyping me, hyping me. But yeah, resistance is a filter. So you don't feel bad about resisting, okay? Because it's like just stopping and being like, do I want to manifest this reality, or do I want to manifest this reality? Does this reality really want to? Do I really want to channel this reality into existence? For me, yeah. And so here's what my path was. My path was that any physical, any, I don't know why I said physical, any metaphysical world. Wow, look at that. Wow, I'm sitting on the ground. Wow, there's a chair. But any world that wants, okay, any world that wants to be here, I'm gonna let out. I'm gonna let out. That's just my path. That's just what I'm trying to do. But I will now manifest switching the load.